13 episodes ago, this agent answered support tickets and got them wrong almost half the time. A demo that would have died the first real week. Since then, we measured everything, and every episode we changed exactly one thing and let the scorecard judge it. This is the finale, no new build. We step all the way back and look at the whole thing. The number, the architecture, and the part you get to keep after this SDK is old news. Welcome back, and this time, welcome to the end. 3 things in order. First, the honest journey, the real scorecard from the first version to the last. Second, the architecture we built, assembled one layer per episode, so you can see the whole machine. And third, the only part that truly matters long term, how you would take everything here and cold start a completely different agent tomorrow. One last honesty note, and then I will stop saying it. The ticket volume was always a curated replay set. The bills, the traces, the incident, and the code were real. The journey, and I'm showing you all of it, including the flat part, because the flat part is the real lesson. We started at 56%, least privileged tools took it to 68, a context pack, 84, memory, 88, one well-judged sub-agent, 92, that is the climb, every point bought by one measured change, not a vibe. Then look what happens. It plateaus from version 5 on. The success line barely moves, not because we stopped working, but because the work changed. Cost control, security deployment, observability, incident response, none of those show up as a higher success percentage, and that is exactly the point. A production agent is not the one with the highest demo score, it is the one you can afford, defend, deploy, and debug. The flat line is where it grew up. Now the machine assembled, watch it stack. At the base, the agent loop and a set of least privileged read-only tools behind MCP around it. The thing that made all of this trustworthy, an eval harness, so every change was measured. Then the context pack and memory across tickets, one subagent added only because a measured test justified it. On top, the production layers, a cost guard, caching plus a hard budget ceiling, security and untrusted content boundary, and a permission hook that actually fires, a headless entry point for deployment, structured records for observability and replay, and the discipline to run an incident when something silently breaks. That is the whole reference architecture. Notice most of it is not SDK specific. The loop and the tool syntax will change. Evals, least privilege, cost ceilings, injection boundaries, traces and negative tests will not. Here is the part that outlives everything else. Say tomorrow you build a completely different agent, a scheduling agent, a research agent, anything. How much of this do you rebuild? Almost none of it. The eval harness is generic. Swap the golden tasks, keep the runner and the grader, the cost guard, the budget ceiling, the caching transfer as is. The permission hook is just an allow list pointed at the new tools. The memory store, the headless entry point, the trace view, the injection tests, all of it moves. That is what a kit is. Not a copied agent, but the scaffolding that turns a clever demo into something you can put your name on. Agent number 2 starts on day 1, where this one is on day 13. Because you are not rebuilding the discipline, you already have it. If you forget the syntax, keep these 5. 1. Change one thing and measure it. Every point on that line was one change. Isolated. 2. Honest receipts beat a good story. The episodes where the number went against me taught more than the wins. 3. Do not trust the model to be safe or cheap or fast. Constrain it, so it does not have to be perfect. 4. A control is not real until you have watched it say no. The guard that passed every test and did nothing taught me that one the hard way. 5. Cost, latency, and the tail are features, not afterthoughts. Your users feel the 95th percentile, not the median. Those 5 are the cores. The SDK is just how we practice them. So the whole thing in one frame. A support agent that went from wrong half, the time to something measured, cost-tuned, hardened, deployed, observed, and debugged on camera. Not because the model got smarter, but because we built the discipline around it and never once trusted a green check mark we had not earned. Everything is in the repo on the branch for every episode, with the shared kit ready to cold start your next agent. The one number I will leave you with is not 92%, it is the flat part of the line, because that is where an agent stops being a demo and starts being a product. Thank you for building this with me, all 13 episodes. If this was useful, the whole course is one playlist in order, and the starter kit is linked below. The scaffold, the eval harness, the cost and permission guards, and the run book ready to for. Build the next one better than this one. Measure it, constrain it, and show your receipts. That is the whole job. I am Vivek. Thank you for watching, and go ship something real.